So James Gunn's Superman movie had a early showing for people to go ahead and check it out and do a critique, and come to find out it got great reception for the people that went ahead and got to see it, which I am not surprised at all. You guys, we're talking about James Gunn here and Superman coming together. You gotta think about it. Superman, who is probably the biggest superhero of all time. Then you have James Gunn, who is also one of the biggest superhero movie directors of all time as well, who had a lot of success with that as well. So you guys, I gotta say, which by the way, make sure you guys, follow me. I cover the latest superhero video game news on this channel, and also I talk about superhero topics on this channel as well. Subscribe or follow me depending where platform you watch more if you want to stay up to date with that. Now, I gotta say, before I go ahead and talk about the early viewing and stuff like that, because I have a good bit to say about that, but I gotta say that, I'm not surprised that people said that the movie was actually good. It got a great reception for the people that got to see it early, just due to the fact that the trailer alone is the most watched trailer of all time for WB and DC together. So that is amazing, which I'm not surprised, because the trailer was really good. And of course, the trailer don't show everything the movie is about, but it give you the vibe of what to expect, because we got to see Superman in a vulnerable state. He not looking overpowered or nothing like that. Look like he gonna actually have something to overcome, which that is great. Then on top of that, I feel like the vibe of it, it actually shows what Superman should be about. Of course, for the longest time, people hated about how bright the character is. They said he's not relatable, he's too overpowered, but that what makes Superman Superman. That what made Superman popular in the first place. So you got to get back to the basics when it comes to a character like Superman, because that's why a lot of people like Superman, including myself, because that's his actual character. He's not my favorite superhero, but at the same time, you want to go ahead and not stray too far away from what made the character popular originally. Now, that's why I say I'm not surprised that it actually doing good when it comes to the reception of the movie and all like that, because Superman is a very popular character, and when you stick to what made him popular, people are gonna like it. And then once again, you got James Gunn directing a movie for Superman. You can never go wrong with that. Now, let's talk about the early reception for the Superman movie, which is getting a lot of praise, which, like I said, I'm not surprised at all myself. So the article was posted on comicbookmovie.com, and it talks about the feedback that people had when it came to the Superman movie, and they said, we heard much more positive things about that recent screening, because there was some negative things said about the original screening of the movie. But let's get into that and see why. So the article goes on to say, on this week episode of the Hot Mic, hosts Jeff and John share some of the things they heard about a recent screening. As far as we know, there has only been one of James Gunn's Superman, and the buzz was definitely leaning negative. Rochelle was told that the DCU reboot had a similar tone to Captain America, the First Avenger, and The Mummy, and that the movie was said to be decent overall. Snyder's source was not as optimistic, suggesting that there is a reason to be worried about the finished film. We've now heard from a well-placed source who has spoken to people who have seen the movie, and their feedback was a lot more positive. Apparently, Superman was described as Guardian of the Galaxy level good, and while some of the visuals was unfinished, a lot of the shots were polished enough. With 7 months to go before release, those in audience that shared their opinions reportedly loved the movie. It's worth keeping in mind that both of these things can be true. It's highly unlikely that everyone who saw Superman at this screening felt exactly the same way about it. It's also important to note that plenty of much loved films receive negative responses from early screenings, and vice versa. At the end of the day, we won't know what to expect until we're sitting in the theater next July. One thing we do know for sure is that the majority of CBM readers were very happy with the first trailer. According to our poll, 33% of you felt the teaser was great, while only 1% went with the negative option, worst trailer ever. Which, by the way, if someone think this was the worst trailer ever, you gotta be a non-superhero fan. You have to be a Superman hater or whatever, because I gotta say, that trailer was actually good. If you think that's the worst trailer ever, there's some other trailers you need to watch, because that trailer definitely not the worst trailer ever. I gotta say, that trailer was fire. But I will say I agree, until we see it for ourselves, we won't be able to give an actual opinion on how good it really was or not. But hearing a lot of people having a positive reception about it, that's a good sign for this movie right here, which, like I said, once again, I don't see this movie failing. I see this movie doing really well overall. But you guys, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think this movie's gonna be good? You think it'll be bad? You think it'll be a bomb? I think it's gonna be a banger, but I really want to see what you guys think. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share the video, and also subscribe or follow me depending on whatever platform you're watching me on. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Shade, and I am out.